In this episode of Wet Hot Wine, we will find out if Shannon is E for everyone. Hello, podcast people in the house. Welcome to episode 5 of Wet Hot Wine. I'm Britt, and tonight I'm your host, which means we're getting to know someone truly special. Our beautiful and brilliant Shannon.
Yay!
Yay!
What a surprise.
I'm
surprised.
Hailing from Texas, Shannon is basically the backbone of our group. She is full of sass, spunk, and lots of colorful wine recommendations and knowledge. So giddy up, grab a glass, and get ready to go big or go home because this episode is all about our girl Shan.
Woo! We should have worn cowboy hats.
Oh my gosh.
I wore my cowboy boots just for Shannon.
No, I didn't know.
I know.
I missed that memo.
I met Shannon about, I think it's going on 15 years now ago. And I met Shannon through her husband, actually. Her husband, Jeremy, was one of my childhood friends. Him and my brother grew up together. So I've known him for an even longer amount of time.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the line, right after they started dating, we got set up as roommates. And so things just kind of blossomed from there. But we did hit it off right away, but it was a very weird season in kind of both of our lives, especially Shannon's. And so not too much time passed, and then they ended up moving back to Texas.
Yeah.
But then fast forward a few years, you and your family moved back to the Pacific Northwest. And as soon as we had reconnected, it was almost like no time had passed.
Yeah.
We just kind of caught right back up. And now we're besties and neighbors, and our our kids all get along. And it's been a really, it's been like a highlight and a joy.
Yeah. Who would have known?
I know. Who would have known?
When I first met you as a roommate, I didn't know you.
No, we didn't know each other in advance. Jeremy was just like, hey, Brett.
I was like, I don't know who this person is, but I'm living with them.
Yeah.
And now our kids are like best friends, and I see you almost every day.
I know. But with that said, I feel like you are just one of the most authentic, caring, selfless people like I've met. Like you really care deeply about everyone who is in your life. At the drop of a hat, you will be there for someone to support them. And I know that it has meant the world to me and been like, I've been deeply impacted by it. So, I don't know. You inspire me. You're creative. And, it's just, there's never a dull moment with you. Like, I feel like there's always laughter. There's always fun. You're my fellow extrovert. So we're kindred spirits in that.
Extroverts unite.
Yes, extroverts unite. So yeah, I feel like, that's kind of too where where all of our passion came in for wine with Shannon, because she's really inspired us, and she knows a lot, and she
resident expert.
Yes,
for sure.
resident expert, and we can always count on Shannon for a good glass of wine. I mean, she knows her stuff. So do you guys have anything to add?
I don't know. I'm kind of I see Shannon getting a little teary-eyed, and she looks so beautiful. I don't want to push her over the edge over there.
We won't make
we're not like the type of group that really like
gives
says
each
nice
other
things
says
about
nice
each other.
things.
Yeah, we just we hang out all the time, but we're not like let's be really encouraging, but it's very sweet.
It's very sweet.
It is. I know.
It made me feel bad that I didn't do more for you.
No, you did. I feel like you did. I was like,
just something about that, like, direct.
I know.
It is. Because I'm like
Positive,
looking
creative.
Shannon in the eyes.
Like looking me in the eyes.
Well, it felt weird to look at the camera. Shannon,
look into my eyes.
Yeah, no, I don't know. And I think it is kind of neat for us to get to do that too, because sometimes I feel like, when you have a close-knit friend group, you kind of sometimes forget, to say certain things. I mean, it's not like we're jerks to each other, like at all, but it's like, we just don't, we're always hanging out. We're always together. And I think we always just kind of like assume that everybody is valued.
Everyone knows
everybody
that
that they're valued, but it is so nice to hear. And
it is nice.
I don't know, last week I remember, kind of feeling that way, like, wow, like that, it just like, I felt, very, so yeah, I get how that feels.
Well, thank you.
This is a lovely group of friends.
Yeah,
and Shannon is like our ringleader.
Yeah,
I am the ringleader.
She is the ringleader.
So I'm grateful for her.
Thank you.
It's
like so hard to look you in the eye.
We're both sympathetic criers.
Too. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Same.
Stephanie and I went. Stephanie and I went out for brunch the other day, and I said something nice to her, and then we both end up just like crying at the restaurant because I said one nice thing. It was we were pretty pathetic. Yeah. This is probably why we don't say a lot of nice things.
Yeah, because we just can't handle it. Yeah. So anyway, back to Shan. I am very excited that this episode is about her because I'm excited for us to get to learn more about her and also our viewers to get to know her just like we do. So
thank you.
Let's get the show on the road, guys.
Do we get to drink wine now?
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
I think we all need some wine today.
Yes,
definitely
get into this.
Yeah, it has been. It's been kind of, I think, a day for all of us.
Yeah. But we made it to the table, and we are here.
And there's wine.
And there's wine.
And there's wine. So tonight's wine assignment, since tonight is all about Shan, we decided to shake things up a bit. She had a really great idea. It's bold and it's creative, and I personally had a lot of fun with it because it was just something super different. So tonight we are diving into the world of wine labels. Yay!
Sounds so exciting.
Yeah. So each of us was given the mission to hunt down the most ultimate, eye-catching label that could kind of give not only an experience, like not only a tasting experience, but a full body immersion experience. So we'll see what this wine does for us with all of our senses. Involved.
I always have wanted to go and pick a wine solely based on the label design because for my job, I do a lot of design work. So I'm always like drawn to like cool designs and I really appreciate cool designs, but I've always been afraid to pick a wine based solely on the design.
Until tonight.
Yeah. So I was like, tonight we're going to do it. And actually I'm kind of bummed because
you didn't get to do
it. I almost was like, maybe I'll bring one.
Yeah, you could have, because that would have been kind of fun to see like, oh, what is Shannon's feeling?
I mean, it just depends on the day, you know? You might be
that
drawn
is
to different things.
It is true. And it was kind of an interesting, like earlier I was sharing with the girls that, going into the store to search for the label and the, person working the wine section was like, can I help you find something? Because of course I'm just like looking. I look really lost because I'm like scanning the whole aisle like this, like up and down and up and down.
What inspires me?
And he was just like, can I help you find something? And I was like, I'm looking for a wine for my friend, just solely based on the wine label. And he was kind of like, huh, that's real interesting. He's like, so no, nothing based on taste. And I'm like, nope. So I think it is a very interesting, probably something that not a whole lot of people have done. And I really appreciate that.
Or maybe that's what a lot of people, that's all they know.
Maybe. They look for cool labels.
And so they're like, well, if I don't know what it tastes like, I'll just bring one with a cool label.
I think that's how I first started picking wine. But this was really difficult for me because I went to the store and I got a basket and I filled up my basket, emptied my basket, filled up my basket, emptied it at least 3 times. I think I must have annoyed all of the associates because I'm just shuffling bottles around. Yeah, this is tough for me.
It's fun though.
Did you have troubles, Stephanie?
Well, only in the fact that I picked 3 bottles. and bought all 3 bottles.
I did too, by the way. There's 2 in my refrigerator that I left
see
at
all
home.
of them.
I can show you later.
Yeah.
Interesting. All imports. 2 from Portugal. 1 from
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
I didn't like a lot of the American design. I felt like the American stuff was over designed.
Okay.
And
okay.
So, and I could launch into my wine on that. No,
Sure. Yeah, I mean, let's go. That's where I was gonna say. Let's see which
also
one.
just a note, art is very personal and
Yeah.
subjective.
Mhm.
Like wine
wine.
tasting.
Yes.
I actually feel like this bottle looks like me right now. It's like very bright. I love the color contrast.
You do kind of coordinate.
Yeah.
I do. And I really was drawn to like the bright green glass too. It almost made me feel like this is going to be a really bright and like fun wine. It was kind of like the story I felt like it told.
Oh my gosh, I love this so much.
Yay.
And I like it when it's really clear too, to like see the name and see what's happening here. And so they left that all for me. So I can get a nice little cute picture. I got to pop a color and there's the information I want.
Yeah, it's a really
that's awesome.
That's a flower on there, right?
Yeah. I can show the camera a little bit.
And what kind of wine is it?
That's a great question. I didn't pay any attention.
I know. You probably know. I don't even know what mine wine
You
is
guys,
either.
hopefully we can, we like the wine. I'm sure we will.
It's a Vino Verde.
Vino Verde.
Okay, so
I don't
is it
even-
just like a white blend then? Is that what a Vino Verde is?
I have no idea.
I thought I saw it on there. You can read the description.
Yeah. Broadbent is, it's a whole thing about partnering, blah, blah, blah. Beautifully fresh with tart green apple, white peach, and melon flavors, a delicious, crisp, and zesty finish. And I think they portrayed that really nicely in their
I was going to say,
design.
just based on the look of the bottle, I feel like it's going to be a nice crisp wine.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. 9% alcohol. So it's kind of a low alcohol.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. That's like,
Okay.
So we can have a full.
yeah, we
glass.
can, fill her
We
up.
don't need to just taste this one.
All right. Should we?
Yeah.
Twist that.
Twist
open.
top. Woo.
Ooh. Charles. I guess I should pour Shannon first.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
sure.
the
The guest
person
of
The
honor.
guest of honor.
You said full pour, right?
I mean, is it bubbly?
Oh, it is fizzy.
It is.
Fun. What a
Wow,
fun
this bottle is
surprise.
just full of surprises. Thank you.
I had no idea. I paid no other attention to it
I know,
beyond the
me
label.
neither.
That's why this was so
Yeah.
hard.
But it was kind of fun though too, because it's just like
smells
no
like
judgment for.
champagne, like the
Oh.
sparkling
It
wine.
Does. Ooh.
I'm excited. I'm gonna pour a little more.
I smell the peach for sure.
Wow, that does smell really, really fresh.
Yeah, so fresh and so clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shannon's gonna start rapping for us.
That's how good. That's a good.
It's my
smell.
secret talent.
Oh,
Just
do we
kidding.
cheers?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
cheers! Yes. Now you have to take a sip and
Mm.
look each person in the eyes. Did you guys know that it's like, I think it's an Italian thing where it's bad luck. If
Okay,
you don't.
I looked each one of you in the eyes.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm done
me
for
too.
the
Oh, I
night.
didn't look you.
to continue that eye contact, the awkward eye contact
Have some
conversation.
crazy eyes
Yeah,
on film.
We're not good with that.
Yeah, I'm not so great with the eye contact.
Oh, interesting.
I really like this.
Mm-hmm. I should have picked this for your episode.
Oh,
It is like a little on the sweeter side, but it's not like
well,
it's not like syrupy sweet.
Mm-mm.
I like that it tastes the way you expect it to taste.
Mm.
Yes.
Predictability.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like it has kind of like a minerally flavor to me.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Maybe this is a medicinal wine. You know,
Maybe
like,
it was
I don't know
that
if I
Diet Coke that I had.
Yeah,
right
I'm
before
like, I
this.
don't know if I taste that, but I do taste. There was a flavor, and then now it's gone from my head.
Oh.
Like, it had like a little touch of medicinal. Like, maybe when you said that, it like sparked something in my
I'm
brain.
sorry. I was just referring to how they used to think like mineral water was medicinal.
Oh.
That's all.
Okay.
I'm sure it is.
It made sense in my head.
Huh. I thought it tastes very grapey when I first drank it.
Gravy.
Like from
I wonder if it's because it's a little bit lower, like
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Okay.
percentage, but like it had a stronger grape flavor too, like a Concord grape. Like,
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I've ever seen a wine this low in alcohol.
Oh, fun fact on the label, it says the Bartholomew Broadbent said, "My niece Alice painted the flower on this label when she was 4."
oh, that's even better.
It's a tiny little print. Oh. So that's
sweet.
Okay.
That's really,
Now I'm tearing up.
I know. That is so sweet. I love stuff like that.
That's really cute.
Oh man.
I mean, this is a very drinkable wine.
Yeah, for sure. Good
It
But
is.
you guys, I wasn't sure. You know, you just
Yeah.
don't know when
Yeah.
you just pick a wine by label.
Yeah.
But this
I
one
mean,
was,
well, that's the crisis
this one
I had.
delivered. Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like we should get into some questions.
Oh,
about
yeah.
Shannon.
I
Yeah,
forgot
let's
we
bring
were-
it back.
Honestly,
Let's
I
our
know.
girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeehaw.
Answer questions. I'm in the hot
I
seat.
know. Okay, so Shannon is originally from Texas.
Surprise,
Yay.
surprise.
And so how would you say your upbringing and culture shaped who you are today?
Well, I mean, how much time do we have? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, one thing, if you guys have ever met Texans, most of them, maybe Chelsea has something different to say, are pretty proud of Texas. Like there's like this Texas pride that you kind of are just like taught from, or just, you're just like proud of being a Texan. And, but besides that, like, I feel like the things that I have kind of like carried with me or what shaped me is obviously the food. I mean, Chelsea actually talked about that too when she was talking about Texas, like
there's like how many different regions in the state?
I get a lot.
And they all have different.
Yeah. Well, even
cuisine.
just like Mexican food, like even around the state, it's like presented
It's different,
differently. But the other part of Texas that I feel like I really take with me is just like the kind of like the friendly hospitality aspect. Like, just like people, like you're at a line in a grocery store and you're just talking with the people next to you. Like that's just normal. That's what you do. And it's kind of weird if you don't. And then like, you're walking down the street and you say hi, you acknowledge people if you're passing by them. And you like I felt like we just always had people over. Like it was just very common to be like, oh, just come on over, like come to my house. And I remember I moved to Seattle from Texas, like after I graduated from college, and I didn't realize how much culture shock I would have.
Oh yeah.
And I remember like I got there and was just like this, 20 something, like just like living life. And I remember very distinctly going to a bus stop, and it was kind of like one of the first times I was like trying to figure out the bus system. And I went to a bus stop and there's this other dude there, and I walk up and I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? And he gave me the weirdest look, like, why are you talking to me? Like, I can't believe you're talking to me. And I was like, oh, no, don't do that next time. But like, I'm like, oh, you don't talk to people while you're standing in line at the, like,
there's
every
a name
once in
for it. It's the Seattle freeze.
Yeah, Seattle freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like, it was like such a big culture shock. And I was like, this is not a thing that I really like.
Yeah. That is one thing though that I do appreciate about Shannon, but also this whole group. Like, I feel like we are all very approachable and friendly, and maybe that's what's drawn us all together. But like, that is one thing that I always admire about Shannon is that, even with this podcast, it's like the whole thing is just, let's make this and let's keep it approachable. Like and even when we have like get-togethers, it's like, who can we invite? Who wants to come? Who wants to be our friend?
Yeah, we're always
who
trying
wants to be here?
Like,
because for us, it's like, this is just normal. And I'm not from Texas, but I must have like a little Texas in my blood, because I feel like I'm kind of like cut from the same cloth as Shannon. But all of that to say is like, I really do appreciate that about Shannon, because I think that she kind of keeps us all grounded in that, and helps us to remember that it's like, hey, we're approachable, we're fun, we're friendly.
Those two are approachable. No, I'm kidding. Like,
you guys are approachable too, or at least
think so
you
too.
were when I met you.
Yeah. Well, and it helped that our kids were best friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
It
you
does
were
help.
cool. And I was like, score.
Yeah, and it helps that our husbands all get along.
But I don't like talking to strangers. I'm not I'm not one to probably reach out and be like, come be my friend. So it's
yeah,
great to have a friend.
And
like
I'm like
Shannon.
I mean, I'll do it. It doesn't mean I enjoy talking to strangers.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, what do we need to do? I think, also I'm in marketing. And so I'm just used to reaching out to strangers on a regular basis. So maybe it just doesn't feel that hard.
Maybe.
But
Okay, well, one thing that I have also learned about Shannon is not only does she love wine, but you are a pretty avid gardener.
yes.
You have like the most amazing gardens every year. So maybe tell us about how you got started into gardening, what inspired you, and what you like most about it. And also, is there any advice that you could maybe give to our listeners or even to us who may not be as great with the gardening?
Sure. Yes, I do love gardening. Like it was probably my first like big obsession, I would say. I remember like when I was back with it as a kid, my friend Leslie and I would like make secret gardens in her backyard, and we just like would dig up a little area and we'd like plant all these seeds, and then we'd be like, we did it, like nothing came of those gardens, but we're like, we're making a secret garden. But when I moved to Seattle, because like, Texas is hard to grow stuff. So when I moved to Seattle, I was like, oh, I can grow things here. And so I remember I got we dug up some garden. I had no idea what I was doing. And we knew this, she kind of became like our mom up there. And her name is Catherine. And she came over and she would like help us like teach us about the gardening. And so she's kind of like my first like real like experience with gardening. So I would like put some like strawberries and some herbs and some pots, and there was stuff already growing in the garden. She was telling us what they were, and it just like kind of sparked my interest because I'm like, oh, I can grow this and then I can eat it, and that sounds really, really fun. And so then eventually I moved back to Texas for a while, and I got really into gardening in Texas. And gardening in Texas is its own thing, and it's not as common out here as out here. Out in the Pacific Northwest, everybody has a garden, and just because you can like pop things in the ground and ignore it, and then you have a garden. And but in Texas, it's like work. Like you have to tend to that garden. You have to be looking. And
is that because of the weather? Or the climate?
Yeah.
Okay. Just because it doesn't rain as much.
Hot, and you
the dirt
grow.
too.
There's so many. Yeah, it's like
so many variables.
In Austin, it's either clay or limestone that you're dealing with, and so you have to treat the. It's just it's a whole. It's more challenging. You can. I was successful, but it was way more challenging.
Okay.
But in the growing season's way different. So all the books, it's like plant this time of year, but it's like the total opposite.
Okay.
In Texas, but there's not a lot of. Because it's so like niche, I guess, to Texas. It's not. You have to really want to know that information.
Yeah.
So I got really into it there, and then I actually started a blog back then. It was a food blog and a gardening and food blog that was really fun that I did in Texas. But then eventually I moved back out here, and everybody gardens and had gardening blogs and thoughts, and I was like, man, like. I'm fine. I don't need to contribute anymore because people know what they're doing out here. And, but yeah, it's just fun. I love it. I have always liked growing food, because you could get to eat it. Like you get like a prize, but the past couple of years I've gotten really into like flower gardening, so it's been like a new challenge because I didn't really know anything about it. So that's been fun, but
I feel like you know a lot. I feel like you're like, I always know like, okay, if I'm having issues in my garden, it's like, okay, text Shannon. Like, what does she say?
Yeah.
Or like even like certain varieties that grow better than others. Like, I feel like you know really well. And I mean, it's pretty impressive because I've lived in the Pacific Northwest my entire life. And, you have only been here for a fraction of that time, and you already know so much about it. And so it's just goes to show how passionate you are about it. And
it's really fun. I'm really interested. And I've learned so much through troubleshooting, like something didn't work that year, and I'm like, what was that? Why didn't that work? And I like am kind of like, I'm in my garden, like not so much anymore, but when I was, when I first started, I was in it like every day, like out there, like looking and examining and like figuring out, why does this have these little holes in the leaves? And like, so you kind of just start accumulating knowledge after a while. And
Ooh, what is your favorite slug repellent?
Ooh, Sluggo.
Sluggo.
Okay. The other thing is I'm really passionate about is, I say this right after I say Sluggo, but like organic gardening. Like I'm really hardcore.
And mess around with those slugs.
No,
though.
Have you
but
ever tried it?
Sluggo is technically
It doesn't go on the plants, right? It goes
no,
around.
and it's technically like considered safe.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's not a. I mean, maybe some hardcore organic gardeners would say.
I mean, I don't
crazy.
love slugs. They're kind of gross a little bit, but like it never would be something to where I'd be like, I gotta get rid of them. They're just
Yeah. I
don't
feel like
know.
they just generally I do it in the spring when it's still raining and the plants are so small. But once like the plants get established, the slugs aren't gonna damage the plants enough to make a difference. But so yeah.
That was a very interesting
slugs.
interesting segue. Slugs and wine.
Slugs.
Maybe we can get a sponsorship from Sluggo.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
This episode was sponsored by
Sluggo.
I mean, I'd be into
pour
it.
yourself a nice glass of Pinot Grigio and get out that Sluggo.
Let Sluggo do the work for you. Sit back, relax, drink some wine.
Oh my gosh. Why is no one sponsoring us yet?
seriously.
Please, seriously. Come on, somebody.
Seriously, Sluggo.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe we should open up the next bottle of wine.
Yeah.
I just want to do this.
Okay. Oh, that's me then.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Do you want to
Yay.
try out the new wine opener?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You
And
gotta
I
show off
also
the
want to
texture.
tell you guys why I chose this wine. So this one spoke to me because, I mean, the label is kind of cool. It's very small. If you can see, it's like on the top, but I like the simplicity. I like the simplicity of the artwork and that it's kind of modern.
Yeah.
And
It looks like, like an ink blot text.
Yeah.
And I will have to tell you
Oh.
later what I see.
Please do.
it is kind of interesting. I mean, to your own interpretation. But the thing that really got me was just this really cool texture on it. I mean, and it's kind of like
All I want to do is
touch it.
rub
I
it.
know.
Yes.
It's like
It's a sensory
ASMR, but for touching. Like, and you can kind of hear it. Like,
You gotta stop.
yeah. And I liked that it kind of added this like vintage feel to it. I don't know. I really like the
It's
bottle.
heavy. The bottle
It's
is also
really
heavy.
And I don't think we can see it in this light, but I'm pretty sure the bottle has a blue tint to it. So
Oh,
yeah.
really?
I think so.
We'll have to find out.
But anyway,
I know.
it's
Bring it
it's
outside.
called. Sorry, there's a fly. It's called Satis Day. Satis Day. It's a Syrah and Garnacha. Is that just another fancy way of saying Grenache?
Yeah. Well,
Garnacha.
yeah, I think that's the like
Italian way or
No, what
French
was
way?
it?
Spanish.
Oh, Spanish. It's a 2023. It's the exclusive art collection. Is what it says on the bottle. It is 55% Syrah, 45% Grenache. A lot of stuff in Spanish in the back, I think, so, which would make sense. 14% alcohol.
Oh,
So, and then it doesn't.
compared to the last one.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about like any kind of flavor characteristics, unfortunately, but yeah. And I even love how they kind of like even just like the label at the top
Has, like, the
has like the
splatter,
splatters, which I
yeah.
thought was really neat. So
That's cool.
yeah. Right.
That looks like you.
It was the full experience for me.
Oh, you can.
Yay! I heard the pop.
Wow.
We did it.
Ooh, I want to see that cork.
Oh yeah, there's words
It's
written
got
on it.
stuff all over it.
Actually, I'm getting an arm workout because this bottle is heavy AF. What does it smell like, guys? Whew. It smells
Oh, I haven't smelled it.
real jammy. That's for sure.
This definitely smells like a wine Britt will not like.
I don't know. We'll see. The color is really pretty, actually. The way the
It is
light's
really
hitting it.
pretty. It's like a beautiful red. Actually, does it match my nails?
Ooh,
oh my goodness.
It does. Look at that. That's like a perfect match.
I am getting kind of like a spiciness. Like I can't figure out what spice.
You know what it smells like a little bit? A little bit of cluster funk in there almost.
Maybe,
but I don't know
maybe.
if this type of wine has that.
Like whole cluster. Doesn't I feel like Syrah? Maybe it's the Syrah that's adding that aspect to it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes Syrahs do have a little bit of.
It's a little peppery.
It is peppery. It's a little jammy.
It is definitely jammy. Like a little,
not my cup of tea.
A little bit of sweetness, like a tiny bit of sweetness. A sweetness and a bitterness.
But a little bit of bitterness on the aftertaste.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like it's lingering in my mouth right now, and all I taste is bitter.
I wonder.
But I appreciate the peppery.
I feel
flavor,
like
though.
I feel like this wine needs a decanter.
Mm.
Some aeration would do this
We
wine
just
good.
really swirl it. Get in there,
Swirl.
Chelsea.
Come on, Chelsea. Swirl.
So anyway, let's get back to Shannon. Let's keep this rodeo going. So as kind of that last questioning about gardening, let's just segue into the next topic about wine. So how did you first get into wine, and what inspired you, and how has your past experience with like gardening and food kind of and even the culture that you grew up in Texas, like how has that kind of inspired and kind of molded the way you have viewed wine?
Yeah. Definitely all of that stuff played a role. I always liked wine, but I didn't really know much about it. It always felt kind of overwhelming because it seemed like there's so many things you could know about it. And I'm like the type of person that doesn't want to pretend I'm an expert in anything. And so I felt intimidated by like wine. And it was during the pandemic. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sign up for one of those wine subscriptions. And so I got some random one. I don't even remember. And they started sending me wine. So I started, tasting a variety of them. And I did that for a few months. And eventually I had to quit because I was drinking too much wine.
As we all were.
As we all were during that time.
Yeah.
And I was like I remember I like had to call and cancel. And they were like, oh, are you getting too many bottles? And I'm like, oh, no, that's not the problem.
I'm the problem.
It wasn't excessive drinking. Just a side note. It was just like I wanted to pick. I think partly also they didn't have a good selection from this place that I was using. But anyway, so I started, drinking more wine. So I kind of started, I like this. I don't like this. I like all that type of thing. And for my husband and I's anniversary, kind of somewhat during the pandemic, we decided just to stay nearby, and we decided to go out to the Oregon wine country for a few nights. And I had never been out there. And it was literally like stepping into a different world. Like I was like, where are we? Like, first of all, it's like we live in a beautiful place, but it was like a beauty that was different than like the mountains and like stuff like that. But it was like kind of like these rolling hills with these like beautiful like vineyards, and it literally felt like we were in a European like country. And so it was like this just like a beautiful experience. Like it was just really great to hang out with my husband, but just like we were both like our jaws were dropped. We're like, how did we not? I mean, he grew up here and he still didn't really know. And, but on that trip, I remember because, I'm an avid gardener. So like every year I'm like keeping note and remembering how like, it was really hot that year. Oh, it was really rainy that year. Oh, like, and I knew the challenges that I faced. And I remember we were at this one winery and they were doing like a side-by-side of different years of the same varietal. And, they were talking about how this year was like really warm. This year we dealt with this. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I dealt with that too. And it was like something lit a little fire under me. And I was like, I'm really into this. Like, like it was beautiful. I mean, it was delicious. And it was just like something I knew. So I really was first drawn to like, and I was like, well, how did you grow the grapes? Like what kind of like climate, like what kind of, like, because they were also explaining like, this is more like what is it? Marine soil, and I was like just eating it all up.
Yeah.
I'm like, tell me all of the things, because it was something that I knew, and that kind of just like lit a spark. And at the same time, my cool sister and sister-in-law who live in New York and in Austin, and they were getting like natural wine was like becoming really popular in those areas. And so they started talking about natural wine, and I was like, what is that? But I was like, this also is hitting all of the things that I like, because I like organic gardening. I like, I'm like, what is this natural wine? And so then I started researching, like learning more about natural wine. But in doing so, it also kind of taught me more about winemaking in general, and just different techniques and stuff like that. So I got really into, that was like my pandemic nerd out, was just like starting to learn about wine. And then I like just kind of spiraled there. Had a dream of maybe opening a wine shop or something, which I was trying to wrangle Britt into helping me with. And
it's still not out of the cards.
No.
But...
And then I was like, I'll take a class, So it kind of just became like something kind of adjacent to like the gardening stuff, and then also like the food. I love eating good food.
Yeah.
And, but also just like the more you taste and the more you know, like you just kind of realize what you think is good and what you don't like. And I love that kind of aspect of wine and getting to know it. And there's so much to know about wine.
So much. I feel like it's like a never ending thing. So that's really neat that, you found something that I feel like we can keep learning about it. Yeah. You can keep learning about it.
Well, I'm glad I wrangled some friends to
get
into wine with me too. It's harder to do that with gardening.
Well, on that note,
more wine?
More wine.
Ooh,
more wine, please. We've got one more.
So I had a really hard time picking, like I said before, and both bottles that I chose in the end have very dramatic labels. And I settled on this one just because the label, it's Skyfall wine from Washington State. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. And there's a woman that's kind of, she's not really on fire, but like she's in flames. Like she's got her head.
Can I look
back,
at that closer? I'm so curious.
Yeah, the artwork.
She's kind of like floating up into the sky. There's constellations in the sky.
She's like
there's
being pulled
wildlife.
up into the sky.
It's a very dramatic
Or is she being
label.
put down?
Skyfall. Interpret that how. Should we show our friends at home?
I don't know if these are going to be focused.
We'll see.
Stop moving. Bring it to the left. Yep, that's it.
All right, there we go. I don't know.
Anyway. So I picked this up, and so it's got the woman, she's kind of either being pulled up or gently pulled down by these vines. And then there's like wildlife in the background. There's birds, there's an elk, I think. And then I turned it around, and there's even more on the back label. There's an hourglass.
And the hourglass is on the top of the cork too, I just noticed.
Right, there's an hourglass on the top. Like, it's just a very dramatic
I like the
bottle
top too.
and label.
Don't follow, what does it say? Don't, up on this very top?
It says, don't follow the path, blaze the trail. So it's inspirational.
Okay.
Heart wine.
It has like, this hourglass says, hope for the future.
I like that they even incorporated the barcode into the design.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
really cool.
thoughtful. And it's so, let's see, what else does it say here? Oh, the description, it says, the vineyards of Washington State suffer scorching sunlight, sparse rains, and shallow soils. Yet from this harshest of environments comes fruit of unyielding character. Come as they are, our old enemies are worth the struggle. Wow. And then it says, within the rain shadow of the Cascade Range. I mean, this whole thing is just drama. Like,
it is.
And so was the other one, but in a different way. But yeah, so that's why I chose it, because
very nice.
I like it.
It's a very pretty label.
Yeah, it's got constellations on it. It's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's great.
And the cork, it has a lot on it too. It says Skyfall from Washington State. Hope for the future. Should I start over there? Or
Yeah,
should I
start with
from
Shannon.
the closest?
It doesn't matter, but
Does it? I mean, I don't know if you can pour.
this one's more.
Sorry.
Oh,
That's like a lot darker in color. It's very pretty.
It is dark. It's a little browner than my
Yeah.
nail.
I
thought it was like more purple at first.
That's
but
good.
I don't know.
That's perfect for me.
It's a little.
I'm sorry. That was a hefty.
It's okay.
I am just loud with my pores. I don't know if you noticed that.
This one is definitely very fruity.
It smells like a classic Cabernet to me.
very like plummy.
Plummy. That's a good word. Prunes. I
Yeah,
smell prunes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Smells good. I like it.
I'm going to take a sip.
All right.
I don't drink a ton of these anymore. I used to love Cabernets. Used to be one of my favorites.
Huh.
It's like a little sweet and a little dry.
Yeah.
It's like weird, like dry, like as in like tanniny.
That's a surprise.
Dry.
Okay.
We're all at a loss of words. Have we ever all been at a loss of words?
I feel like
This is a surprise because
this would be good with like either like a red sauce or a steak, like a heartier
Prime rib, maybe.
It's like it's a heartier wine for sure. Like the tannins, like I don't know, for some reason I just like feel like this is like well, it feels thick skinned. Like
what is this?
What is the alcohol content on this one?
14.
Oh, okay, so it's a
14.0. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's
Get like some cherry.
like in the flavor.
My tongue feels. Excuse me, my tongue feels really dry. So it definitely, it's
very
dry.
Was it dry or is it the tannins?
Yeah, I don't know.
It tastes like tanniny to me. Like
Yeah,
I get that
sure.
sandpaper feeling on my mouth.
For sure.
And when it's more like on the side of the tongue too, I think of that more as like the tannins.
I always think of it like the top of my tongue when I rub it against the roof of my mouth. It feels tanniny to me. It's funny.
That is funny. Like I get like a tingle on the side of my tongue, almost like a little tick, 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 tick. Huh.
Nice.
That's a very technical term.
That's your tannin tingles.
So one thing that I feel like we should talk about a little bit are just like labels in general. Like what are things that typically like a label would have that and like what makes a label, do you think, effective or ineffective or I don't know.
Well, I do know a few, like maybe not fun facts, but just like a few little factoids about labels. And I know that a lot of times vineyards will have their corks match or at least have their name on the cork just to kind of prevent bootleg wines and prevent people from reusing their bottles. And the whole, I guess, I don't know about industry, but like calling it, I guess the wine industry kind of made like a standardized way of constructing a label back in maybe like the 1970s. Like there were more restrictions. Like you have to put down the warnings. You've got to put down like the sulfite.
Is that in the United States? Or
yes, I think the United States has different regulations than Europe, obviously, because that's how it is everywhere. With everything. But like, I mean, this one, as you can see, it has the Skyfall label has a lot more details, and it's not like everyone has to have the same amount of detail.
Yeah.
I know that 75% of the wines in the United States are labeled by variety rather than by region, where it was just more popular in Europe to label something by region. And you can kind of see here, like with where is this from? Spain? Yeah, I mean, like, look at the difference in the information. There's so much more information on the American one than there is on the Spanish wine, and this is Portugal. Yeah.
That one has like an extra, like an imported sticker.
Right.
Almost.
Yeah. I think this is like their wine. I don't know.
Where they're
governing body, maybe. I think to say like, hey, this meets certain standards.
Oh, I see.
I think.
And then the bottom one's maybe more like American.
Yeah.
This one has regional like a regional stamp on it. And the labeling for regional labeled wines is dictated by the region. Like each region kind of has its own rules for that.
Like the champagne.
Like champagne.
Yeah.
That like is sparkling wine only in the US because it's not grown in the Champagne district. Gosh, I think back to like when I remember the first time I was invited to a dinner party and maybe they told me to bring a bottle of wine. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know anything about wine. And I was at the store and I think I was texting my sister and just like looking at the bottles, like, what do I do? This is so difficult.
I think we've all been there.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I think now too, sometimes I'm just looking for like, what is the information on there? Like, do they tell me rather than just a wine of California, does it give you like it's from Lodi or it's from Napa? Do they give you a little bit more about the region or with the blend, like the percentages of the grapes? Sometimes I feel like even if the label kind of gives you more of those details, it might say that the winemaker really cares about the wine. Share that with you.
Those are some good, that's a good little tip.
For me, I think like I really love and appreciate if it's a blend, if they say what percentage of what, because as I have refined my palate, I know what I like and I know what I don't like. So for example, if I see a white blend and it's like, okay, well, am I going to like this or not? And if it doesn't have any information on it, it's kind of like, ooh, this is going to be a gamble. But if they tell me like, oh, this has, 40% Pinot Gris, 25%. My math is not going to math here, guys. So just as a heads up for anybody getting a calculator out, this is not going to add up. Like, 25% Chardonnay. And then there's just like, a 7%. I'm pretty sure that only equals like, 73% or whatever. But
she did all the math.
No, I didn't do all the math. But, and then there's only like a very small percent of Riesling. Like, even though I don't love Rieslings, I'm like, oh, okay, it's a very small percentage. So like,
it's not going to take over.
It's not going to take over. And I love the other varieties so much that it's going to be more like, heavy on those. So I really do appreciate wineries who add that to their blends because it makes it really easy for, people shopping to figure out what they like.
Yeah, it is nice. And I think I wonder if sometimes they don't always do that because every year can be different.
It is true. That is true.
So, but if they can, it's nice to know.
It is really nice. It is really nice. That's really good information.
I feel like whenever I look at wine labels, I'm always looking at the percentage of alcohol. Because I realize I don't like super high alcohol wines.
Same.
Like 12-ish, 12.5 is kind of
that's like a perfect
spot.
Well,
so if
really, Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, if I'm unfamiliar with the wine, like if I'm in a place where I don't recognize, like if I'm visiting my parents in a small town in Colorado, I'm like, well, let's check out the alcohol label or alcohol content. And usually that is a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
For me anyway.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Some great information.
Yeah.
Well, let's kind of finish off our little questions for Shannon here. Finish getting to know this lady. So next question is, what was your biggest aha moment? Funny story, perhaps, Shannon?
Maybe. Okay, this is a really cheesy story, and I'm gonna make myself look really dumb in telling the story, but it's fine. It's fine. For the sake of humor. When you're listening to music on Spotify, I would always find the songs to play that had an E. Because I thought, especially with my kids in the car, because I'm like, oh, somewhere along the line in my brain, I was told that E was for everyone. And
a little E in the box.
The E, yes. Oh. You guys, there had to have been like some.
It's from video games.
Yeah. Okay. See, I'm like, it exists somewhere.
Yeah,
it's for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm not totally losing my mind, but in my head, so I'd be like, E
Not
is
the
for
same.
everyone, and so I would play these songs for my friends, and I'd be like, man, like Spotify has really different standards for what is okay for everyone than I do, but I would still pick the ones with E every time because I thought I was doing the right thing and playing the E for everyone. So I don't know if I figured this out on my own. And I told my husband, or we were sitting and having a conversation and we were talking. I mean, this was not that long ago, you guys, like not like maybe last year.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, for years I had been playing these explicit, which is what E means in case anybody else thinks that it means E is for everyone. Songs for my children. And I was always just, okay, whatever. But anyway, I don't know if I figured this out because my husband and I were trying to figure out like Spotify stuff for our kids or something. And he was like, I'm like, well, how do you know if it's explicit? And he was like, it has an E. And I'm like, no, that means E is for everyone. And he was like, no, that doesn't mean that. It means explicit. And it was just like, it was like my mind was blown. And I was like, I mean, it was a very strong.
That's very funny.
Aha moment. And so my husband just was dying, like laughing. Like, this is so funny. And I was, of course, dying laughing, but also slightly embarrassed that I had thought that for years. But my husband goes to work like the next day and is like leading a meeting with I don't know how many people. And he tells them this story.
Oh
Which like I'm fine. Like I'm fine being like the butt of somebody's joke and it's fine, whatever. But and of course everybody laughed. But I became a meme at his work.
Oh.
So now I think it's hilarious. So now, like, he's like, at least once a month, somebody will be like, E for everyone. Like,
oh my gosh.
So
that's awesome.
That's my really cheesy, like.
Should we all like throw some swear words down right now so we can put an E on our episode?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And then we can be like, the E stands for everyone.
Maybe we can just add it to this one. Like,
fooled you.
Just put some beeps in.
Yeah.
Just like move our mouths and
We could always just ask Stephanie what she sees in the ink blot.
Yeah. We'll have Stephanie's opinion about ink blots, and then we'll definitely.
I think this is a really great idea. Yeah, I love that story. I think that's a really great story.
It's a ridiculous story.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well that leads us to our final question. We have asked everyone here, and I think everyone's had a different answer. And I'm very surprised to hear what Shannon will say. So what do you hope that listeners will gain from Wet Hot Wine?
Yeah. Again, a question I've been thinking about for a few weeks, but I feel like I could have answered it from the beginning. And for me, like I think I just like want wine to feel approachable to people. Like that is really important to me. Like I want, we have had a lot of wine nights where we invite people and they're like, I'm not a wine person. I don't drink wine. I don't know what to get. And we're like, doesn't matter. Just like pick a bottle and bring it and we'll taste it together. And they're like so nervous. I'm like, that doesn't matter. Like just bring a wine. Like, and then once they get there, they're like, okay, like
it's not so scary.
No, it's not so scary. Like, oh, this is fun. Like we're all experiencing this together. And like, I just think, I think wine has maybe marketed itself so much as like a luxury item.
Pretentious a little bit.
Pretentious. And like, I think like I see, like, I don't think it is a pretentious drink. Like, like I think it's like something that like draws people together and it, like it should be approachable and like it shouldn't like overwhelm. I mean, there's a lot of choices, so maybe that might overwhelm people, but it shouldn't overwhelm people because they think they're bringing like the wrong thing. And just like I like want people to feel like they can try new things and they can do new things. But also I'm hoping because our podcast, like I just see, because I follow a ton of wine stuff and a lot of wineries, like a lot of, I follow a lot of like domestic, like American wineries, and like I just hear over and over again how much they're struggling. And I personally love like the local wines. I think I love it so much because those wines are the ones that made me really fall in love with wine. And I'm like, I don't want them to struggle. I want them to do well, and I would like, you know, just like the wine industry in general, I want it to do well because I think it's just such a big part of like the world. Like, you know, it's in the Bible.
I mean, yeah. Jesus.
It's Bible famous.
Yeah. So like, I think like, I just like want us to like feel like people can join with us in like participating in wine and kind of bring down that level of pretentiousness. I don't know if that's a word, but like, you know, and make it like more just like easy and fun and approachable. And, you know, we've been to wineries where the vibes are pretentious and,
for sure,
you know, they didn't always love us there. Like,
oh yeah.
But like, I don't know. I mean, that's not necessarily the place I want to be, but also I'm like, you know, chill out, people. Like,
yeah, it's
wine. Like, it's to be enjoyed. Like, it's not to feel like a status symbol. And I kind of hope we kind of bring some of that like down to earth approachability to the wine conversation and get to highlight some fun wineries and wines and stuff like that along the way.
Yeah. That's an awesome answer. And I feel like it goes along with who you are and that you're just approachable and awesome and fun and sweet and sassy. And we all really love you, Shan.
And straightforward.
Yeah.
Sometimes bossy.
What?
Never. See, I knew you were joking.
You're not a firstborn, are you?
Just a little.
Just a little.
Just have some of that eldest daughter syndrome.
Yeah.
Did any of these labels win?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't
Labels.
I don't really want
Not the
to
wine itself.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I think for me, I didn't want to pick like a favorite because I wanted you guys to pick what you were drawn to.
So by picking it, you will say who your favorite person is in general.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of weight to that.
I'm not gonna.
Who's your favorite,
I'm not
Shannon?
gonna pick a label because I love like art and I love that everybody they're drawn to different things and like I said earlier, like what people like, I'm fascinated by what interests people and so I love so much that every single one of these was so different.
Yeah.
But like also really it felt like each of you like it but I like love that they're also different and that they just like represent like you guys, it feels like you got to share a little bit more of yourself with me and I like that.
What about taste wise?
Yes,
you can
taste-wise?
vote. You can vote taste wise. I think.
I think I win.
I think you do too.
Yeah, I think my
low alcohol white wine.
I mean,
yeah, you got two white wine girlies here.
I know it's that one's a low alcohol. I like that one. I think I like I don't know. I think I might revisit two.
Oh, surprise!
I would like to revisit the first two again. Okay, you'll do the Grenache first and then end with Anybody else want to revisit?
I'm gonna revisit the Vino Verde.
Oh, you know that last sip I just got of that Cabernet was like real smoky.
Oh, I felt like the cab was opening up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, the cab was tasting better. I think it needed.
Anybody else?
I
want
don't.
Grenache?
I'm gonna revisit it because I just, as far as what
I'll take some of that.
red wine goes,
Vino
I
Verde.
do gravitate toward Cabernet Sauvignon. So
I love that. I love. Ooh, it's kind of a little pink
it's a
now.
rosé.
Look at how pretty that almost looks
Oh,
like
because
an
it mixed with
opal.
the other one.
Yep.
Aw.
It does look like an opal. This one I feel like has a stronger cherry flavor revisiting it.
The Syrah.
Yeah, but it's like not like a fresh. It's almost like the maraschino cherry, like it's like been sitting in like syrup or something, like a dark cherry that's been sitting in. Maybe not maraschino because those are really.
Maybe like the Luxardo cherries.
Yeah, the fancy ones.
Well, thank you so much for sharing about yourself. I know
it's fun.
We've all been at the end of at the receiving end of all these interview questions, so I know that it can be daunting, but you did wonderful. And,
thanks.
And
I didn't know I was gonna be graded.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to encourage you that you did so well, and I really love learning about you. And I don't think I actually had ever heard. I know a lot of things about Shannon. I've heard most stories, and I don't think I'd heard that E is for everyone. Like, that's just a great story. All right, guys. Well, I think it's time for the finish. Woohoo! The last segment of the night.
You guys want me to sing?
I thought you might sing.
The finish.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
That was amazing.
Just, you know.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just thought of a really good useful.
Inside joke.
Okay.
So tonight, I believe we are going to do another round of what are we calling this? The wine glass of knowledge.
Wine glass of knowledge.
We've got some silly,
Very important questions.
very important questions. I mean, this is going to solve all of our world problems
No
in this
pressure.
giant glass.
No pressure.
And so we're going to let the guest of honor
Okay.
choose our question for the night.
No peeking.
I'm gonna close my eyes. They're closed. I really hope I get a good one. Oh. Okay.
What's it say, Shan?
What ice cream flavor are you? Like, this is not what you would pick at a store.
What
what
represents
you are.
you?
What represents? This is very appropriate for
This
our
is.
label.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
What
It
label?
is.
Like
This
how?
is
But label yourself with
fascinating.
ice cream.
And
Yeah.
I love ice cream.
Yeah,
so
you
much.
do. This is a good question for you.
What ice cream flavor are you? It's hard to like not think about what ice cream I would pick at the ice cream store.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that is who you are.
Do you have one, Stephanie?
Yeah. I think I'm rainbow sherbet.
Okay.
I see
Why?
that.
I think just like all over the place and colorful.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't see you as all over the place.
Well,
though.
thank you.
In your head, do you feel all over the place?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
This is her label.
Yeah.
She's rainbow sherbet.
And like in a beautiful way.
In the
all
in
over
the
the place.
colorway,
Yeah.
100%. I see you because
Yeah.
you like color.
I do like color.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think I'm the limited edition
Oh.
vanilla and Rice Krispie treat
Ooh.
from Salt and Straw.
Oh.
There's that. That is an ice cream.
It was their cereal series.
Oh man. Was it? I'm assuming it was
That sounds
gluten-free.
delicious.
It was gluten free,
Dude.
and it was delicious.
Oh, that sounds really good. But why does that speak to you?
Cause I'm not very like I can't think of words right now.
You're rare.
Not that I'm
No.
rare. It's just
You're
how I'm
unique.
very careful with my time.
Mhm.
I am unique.
I am.
I'm a little bit crunchy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
that's a good answer.
I'm not really like an extravagant person or a gregarious say that word
Gregarious.
gregarious person.
Mhm.
So like vanilla, it's kind of like this like classic flavor that everyone kind of just accepts, and it's like, oh, it's there. We can like add stuff to it.
We can add stuff.
If we need to jazz it up,
I like that answer.
You pair well with everything.
I try to. I mean,
But that's just your base. But then you got the like
Mm-hmm.
crunchy, spicy, like
yeah. Then I got the little
additions.
crunchy pieces in there.
yeah, the
Yeah,
sugar.
I think it also ties in with like being neurospicy because I did spend a lot of my life masking. Like I was high masking, and now I'm trying to like not do that so much. But,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's why vanilla kind of speaks to me as far as the label, because I was really trying to just like cater my personality to like any person that
Yeah.
that I
But
met.
you know what? We like you in this limited edition version.
Yeah.
The crunchy.
With all the crunchy bits.
Yeah, we do.
Thanks. Yeah.
We do.
Shan.
And then there were two.
I know. Do you know what you'd be?
I think so.
Go ahead.
Should I go?
Yeah.
I think that I would be like a Java chip, perhaps,
Oh.
because I'm energetic
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see this.
and I get things done.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like,
Yeah. Yeah, you have that caffeine.
And the fun little bits of chocolate.
And then but then the chocolate is like the fun bits that are like, oh, I'm fun.
I got fun bits.
I got fun bits.
But
also I get done. So, you know.
Hey, we can do the beep there.
Should I say it again? Slower.
Oh yeah. You guys, I don't know. Like my first, it's hard. It's really hard because I love ice cream, and I'm just like, what do I want? But I feel like maybe it would be mint chocolate chip, not mint Oreo, because that's just gross. I don't know why people put Oreos in the mint. They just need to put.
That sounds delicious.
No, oh, gross. Like the mint because like wow, the mint because I'm like I hope I'm refreshing to people, like you know, like fresh like burst, but then like you know I'm fun too.
The fun bits, you gotta add the fun bits in.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's probably what I would also eat right now. And
Shannon's got some fun bits.
Yeah. I could really go for some chocolate chip ice cream.
Ice cream sounds really good right now.
I think we should have some.
I feel like I'm kind of want to.
We could go to Salt and Straw. What time do they close?
Well, that was fun. That was really a really good time getting to know Shannon. And hopefully our viewers got to know a little bit more about her and also learn some interesting things about labels. And so maybe a little tidbit that our listeners can take home is that if you're feeling overwhelmed or intimidated by bringing a wine to a dinner party, just find a cool label that you like. And maybe go off some of the things that we talked about, like either, you know, the alcohol content or the blend, or even if you just like the label. I think you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good time either way, because you're, you know, the wine is either going to be really great or it's going to be really bad, but the label's really cool.
And you'll have a story to tell.
And you'll have a story to tell.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, it's not all bad. You know, I might try it next time.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us for episode 5. We hope you had a good time, and we'll see you next time.
Yay.
Bye. Wet Hot Wine is hosted and produced by Stephanie Barnes, Chelsea Frering, Shannon Miller, and Britt Winnica. Sound engineering by Jeremy Miller. Photos by Stefan Frering. Music by Jesse Raborti. Logo design by Nick Winnica. This has been the Wet Hot Wine Podcast, copyright 2026, all rights reserved, just like our last glass.
In this episode of Wet Hot...
Sorry, I had to.
Damn it! I feel like I was doing so good in that one too.